Hello and welcome. Right, it is quite amazing how the wet tyres look so absolutely cool. Yeah, it really is. I'm well pleased with some of the graphics on this are really quite phenomenal, and the recording quality is quite amazing. I was just editing the Hutan Pantai and I could really believe I was in the rice field. It was so amazing. Yeah, it really was. Right, we have obviously not in a we're not going to do it right now. We're going to wait for the rain to that is another thing that's quite amazing as well, and that is the rain. It really is. Credit to Giants, truthfully. And the mods are coming fast, thick and fast as well. It's quite amazing. Let's give it an extra half hour when it stops as well. Not sure when it's going to stop. I haven't looked. We shall see. It'll stop when it stops. Simple as. Yeah, so we're going to follow the plan of action that we discussed. We're going to, it's about 1:30. Oh no, it's still only just stopping. Let's take 11 o'clock. So we're going to cut, and we're going to hopefully buy that field next door, even if we have to stretch a little bit. Right, let's set this going. And we're going to grab the other one, and we will cut our other two fields. I am going to go into a time lapse. I'm trying to keep good traction because we are. I know, obviously, there's always that thing where a lot of people don't like. I've had quite a few comments over the sort of years about like, oh, I don't like long time lapses. I only try to time lapse the work sequences. As soon as they're finished, I'll chat. But it really is obviously us showing our farm, and this is on hard economy too. I'm sort of trying to really do something a little bit different. That I'm not saying it's never been done before, but people do tend to shy away from hard economy because and there is a reason for that. It's because that most people are not as insane and mad as myself. A little bit more sensible. But if you say, "Oh, I'm going to try and play realistically," as is my, I keep saying that all. I will give you a laugh though. It's alright. It's weird. I seem to have this innate ability to do things. It was weird. I was on Hutan Pantai. No, we can do this one ourselves. Yeah, I was on Hutan Pantai, and obviously I'm going on about realism and all the rest of it. And the ramps went into the ground of the trailer that I got, and of course it did a flip. And I said, it's not my fault. And then in editing, when I looked, it was because I dropped the implement that I got onto the ramps, which then pushed the ramps into the ground. It just made me laugh because obviously here's me at the time not knowing that it was my fault, like denying that it was my fault, and then when you can see it really was totally my fault because I basically put the things on the ramp, which then caused the ramps to go into the ground. So yeah, it just really did make me laugh. It kept me, and I suppose that's it. I'm trying to do the content as realistic as possible. But that is definitely true. But you've got to have a laugh as well. It is a game. It's something I'm trying to play the game realistically to sort of match what farmers really have to do in real life. And this is the economy that is closest to real life, as Giants quite plainly say on the tin. So the prices are close to the sort of prices that a farmer would get in real life. Now obviously that also has got to vary from land to land, so it's not quite as simple as that, but realistically it is. The normal is generous, and easy is, as it says on the tin, easy. The prices are just like really amazing. Right, anyway, let's me set going on the other vehicle because I have no doubt that oh, it's actually still going. We could really do with a third tractor, but we're saving up for a field, so I think we'll do it ourselves. Yeah, I do. I know I'm going to go into a time lapse because I'd like to get some good traction on this, and yeah, we've got to like try and literally wrap these and sell them. Just obviously, we're going to go to the bank manager and have a bit more of an extension on the loan, and we're going to ask him. We'll tell him about the field of canola that we're hoping to harvest, but we're also going to have quite a few bales from these three fields that we're obviously going to sell at that same time, so he knows we've got 100,000, so we're not asking for like too much from the bank. So yeah, and again, I do sort of say that I try to play realistic, and I do hate bank loans, but I have got to get a little bit more realistic, because I've got to be honest. Farmers some of them can live in the bank's pocket in a way, in so much as, yeah, a lot of you have to, and then you'll pay off your overdraft, which will be many tens of thousands, could be. This is also why farms can go under, is the fact that you can overextend your credit. The banks are not your friends. They're looking for the day when they can cash in on the day of your disaster, and they'll sell your farm at a profit, and you will just like get your loan paid off. And all of the generations of the farm of your ancestors that have been on that farm, if it's that kind of farm, they will also cry in their boots, because the cold-hearted banks that are just in it for the money, they're going to foreclose on you. And like, yeah, and it is unfortunate, but that is the way it can be, and frequently is. So I am going into this with my eyes open, and I'm fully aware of this, and I know the evil bank managers are there, ready and waiting like a spider in a web. I apologise if there are any bankers watching. I'm having a little bit of fun, really, but I mean, the banking institution is, and of course there are some really very nasty bankers who are totally, but there are some bankers who have got hearts as well. But it is a business. Yeah, even banks are business, so don't be fooled into thinking that the bank's your friend, because they're in it for the money too, and they are going to back you if you are a good cert. So that's the real reason, and that's what I'm saying. We're going to the bank manager with a real plan and a lot of money, and they're only going to have to back us for a little bit more, and they're not silly. They can work out the maths of what we own, and if we did like go under, they would just like sell our fields, and they know that. So in real life, this would be a sound proposition. So yeah, I'm not like being silly or anything daft. So yeah. Well, anyway, enough of this. No, I suppose, yeah, it is. That's what I'm trying to say. It's I'm trying to play the game seriously and realistically as well. Apart from if you watch the antics of like me flipping trailers and things like that with a straight face, that's true. That is, even I was in peals of laughter at that particular thing. Now let's see, because we can start to windrow. I do still struggle a little bit with seeing the green instead of the white. The white is really clear, but the green is less clear. Yeah, it's I much prefer this, the white, the one it's not on. When it's green, I struggle to see the icons, so I'm hoping. Yeah, there was a mod in FS22 that was similar to that. I never bothered because the white was perfect. But if that mod comes available for FS25, I may well snap their hand off and actually get cracking. Yeah, anyway, enough of this frivolity. I just thought I'd a chat for once instead of going straight into it. What are you doing? No, they're working. Yeah, they are working. They're very slowly. Oh my life. Very slowly. I did notice yesterday, I'd done an entire field and like started on the second one. And they'd of course ran into almost the caravan, and I popped to get it, and I thought, of all you've done is just the headland, one headland, and I've done an entire field. Look at that. It's just it's just they're not shilly-shally around. Which is, yeah, DJ Gohan said exactly the same, and oh my life, you're 10 foot away at least from that baler. Right, okay, well let's set this going then and hope that we get a sensible driver that can work out that that's well away from anywhere near where you are. It's ridiculous. Right, anyway, yeah, I think we probably can get away with this, finishing this field off. No, yeah, because that's going to run into trouble quite quickly, I would imagine. They're not particularly keen on field 59, our original field. Yeah, we'll take over, because honestly, we know how to do this. Yeah, anyway, let's get into this time lapse. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, last bale. I think we're pretty much... I knew he was going to be close. It's about 150 litres per one of these. But they do faff around a little, so they lose a little bit more than you would if you did it yourself and you cracked on. So, yeah, because you can... At the minute, it's not precision farming, so you can waste fertiliser. So, yeah. Ooh. I'm hoping to go through and put all of the... No, we're not... They're going to go off on the very month that we need to buy the field, and it doesn't need fertilising, we only need to buy it. So it's going to be, yeah, I looked at the health of the track, well, wrong word health, but looked at the, I didn't realise I could do that, I did fold it away. Yeah, I was looking at how poor they were now, the fuel's low, and I thought, come on, it's about time yeah, I know, we're 7,000 down, and even straight after, within the very session I did that, it still cost a further €52 to repair this. Is that insane or what? What, rolling over a field for like half an hour is going to do that? But I think this, yeah, this is nearly, there's a little tiny bit in the middle. If we look on this, I think we probably will do, but I don't think it's really terrible. If you look at the, there are some, they are really very skilled. I've got to give them the due. The, yeah, there's that, just that little tiny strip. That's it. We could leave it, but we're going to be thorough. So they're, I mean, you can see there's damage on that already. Unless, of course, that's the... Or it could be the fertiliser spreader. It could be, but let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, because we've repaired the tractor already. The Salic is almost new. Although it has seen... Yeah, it has seen quite a bit of action, so... yeah. Repair 1, I don't really know that. Yeah, as I said, 110. We've only just done it. Oh, it really does. I cannot wait. I hope GTX is going to make that mod quickly. I really do. It's absolutely insane, these kind of costs. Yeah, I wonder if Giant's including that this is the most realistic setting includes the repair costs of tractors and vehicles, because I don't think that's part of it. No, I think that's a little bit a step too far. I did try at the end of FS22 to knock it to... I used to do 50%, 50% costs, half the costs, and 25%. Yeah, slow it down to 25%. I think 50 and 50 is what I'm going to run with if GTX does the mod again. Yeah, I think I'm going to run with 50-50. Rather than, yeah, 50-25. So slow down to half the speed and it costs half the costs. I do want to feel it. I was sort of like thinking, yeah, I'm not really having to repair very often at all, which you've got to sort of think, yeah, is that realistic, or are we just pleasing ourselves, you know, like that? Yeah, okay, I'd have to repair my vehicles very often. I mean, I suppose you could say that I could have gone 100%, and that then you really would be so much different to the base game, he says as he clocks the... yeah, so what I'm hoping to do is we've completely done everything. How many bales did we actually... No, that's time saving stock check. How many bales did we do? It just that's that one. It's, yeah, statistics. I was going to say, I'm looking at the... bales in the session, 23. Wow, it felt like a lot more. It really did feel like more than 23. But still good, it really is. Oh, no, we don't. No. That's what I don't like about that. This new way you can sell it from. At least it does do a dialogue. That's the one good thing. Oh, we have bees. Yeah, but it's... Well, I don't know, actually. I think the Thunder Creek... Was that there earlier? No, I don't think it was. It may have been. It may well have been. Right, so we're going through to May. Of all the Let's Plays, this is the one I'm enjoying the most, but there are aspects of the others that I'm thoroughly enjoying too. It's just that... the other thing is, I was just thinking as I was doing the fields, I was thinking, you do realise that this is really one of the most... intensive, like, that I've got to do it to work. That, you know what I mean? It's not, there's, the baling is the thing, and also the wrapping is the one thing you cannot do. That would be a really cracking little thing, wouldn't it? Really, it really would. But we could really do with the third tractor, but it would scupper our plans right now. It is. It's a shame. Yeah, it is. Although it's only 100 grand anyway, so it wouldn't break the bank once we start to earn a little bit better. Yeah, well, I think that field is going to make a difference. That field is bigger than all three of our fields. So if we go through, I think it's July, the harvest. We need to do it. Yes, it is. So we need to buy that field next month. So we're going to go through till, so that's going to be, yeah, basically the month of July when they harvest is the month that our bales are ready, which is why, as I said, I think the bank manager will be quite understanding. And also we've got all the cuts to do in the rest of the year. I was considering, I did think about it, I thought we could sell one of the fields and we don't need to lean so heavily on the bank. And I thought, yeah, but sometimes selling your fields is the worst thing you can do. You're losing your crop, the farmers might rip them up and change them to something else. I thought a little bit of struggle is going to be worth it, even though we are going to probably have to really go make that loan quite a lot bigger. But after that, we're going to like go for trying to minimize the loan, should we say. So May, let's go through to June, and then we're going to talk nicely to the bank manager. Ooh, now that was not a bad little oh wow, now that is a serious, I know we've got one, I'm just saying that is a serious bit of 2.5 meter plough. I think, to be honest, I would go for the 4 meter, the because it cultivates and ploughs, and of course now you've got the allow create fields. Yeah, all my mods are off. I don't know what's happened. I didn't switch them off, or at least I didn't know that I had. I came in and literally nothing's working. I was thinking, why is my the baler wrapper not actually doing anything? Right, so well, let's have a look. That field is 152, I think. I thought you could click the numbers always in every single view. No, you can't. 151,000, so we need to lend a little bit of cash from the bank. And yeah, like, so 150, we go up to 155, that's 95,000. And we do indeed. That leaves us 4,000. And yeah, obviously we're going to have to, so July morning is when these should be, yeah, off. But when I say July morning, I'm actually talking about July. It was about 12:47 when the last bale was actually done. It's going to rain. It looks like more like snow, but it's going to rain in a bit. I'm going to go through till July morning, and we are going to have a long day because it's also the grass cutting, which I would presume we're going to do on different sessions. Now, one thing I'm going to say, this is going to be the end of the session, but we are going to test the harvester that it does pick up the fence header. Oh, now that was also a very good yeah, so that's 997. We might actually be able to do the harvester. Let's just save the game now and turn auto save off, because that could totally scupper. Oh, I've lost my yeah, the mouse has got always does this. It's really weird. So that's FS25 and yeah, I want to switch this off because we do not need that saving the game at the most inopportune time. So if we lease, oh look at that Anderson. Does that not, the pièce de la résistance, would that not make this perfect? It would. It is. I mean, to be honest though, we are going to be selling our things. We are. Right, okay, let's lease the harvester, the starter harvester. We've looked, canola is a good, reasonable amount. I think it sells almost at the same time as the canola oil does, which is November, December. Let's lease you, yes. Now it's probably going to cost us quite a bit to repair our header. And we'll see the damage, see what damage it has actually got. If it's, for some reason I can't click on that. Yeah, if it can definitely manage the size. It's more about the fittings. I'm not sure if Giants have done what was done in FS22, where things can be adapted and fitted onto most. Obviously, there were things like the Dominator and that were a bit different. They only worked with their personal headers. Let's just unfold you and like lower that and see. Are we going to drag? Mind you, this drags with its own header as well with the grounds. Yeah. Fantastic. Now then, we do need to grab our trailer 2. Set this going next session. I'm going to go and stick that on the edge of the field because the test has worked. Now, I'm not sure if this is... I don't think this is wide enough. I think this is... like... oh, it might go above. Yeah, okay, fantastic. I do love it when a plan comes together. This doesn't happen very often. So we'll get this ready. I'm going to grab the... let's be careful of the field. Yeah, I think let's go around ours. And we'll go grab the trailer. But I'm going to obviously just put it at the side of the field. Yeah, I'll keep taking over of the this. So I'm looking forward to this. Just want to check that I am right. Oh, hang on, what is the damage on? It's about 50% looking at that, which is bad, but it should be alright. I mean, it's going to cost me a bit to repair it. We are a bit close to the bone, so yeah, we'll... Is that damage on the field? What's that about? Have we had a twister come through or something? Ooh. Just damage. It's just like damage, isn't it? Yeah, standard damage. It's only fair that we get damage too. I mean, as in like, yeah, you can see it scattered around. I do like that. I mean, I don't like it. Obviously, we're losing crop, but I like it because it's true to life. I do, very much so. And it should be like about 90%, 94%. So these were selling later on today. The canola, let's just check on camera how much that is for the canola. I think it's 757 or something like that. Top price 704. So we'll be waiting till November, December. It looks highest. It looks, I don't know whether the lines are actually showing you that the high points are halfway through the day. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah, you can see it. I wonder if it is that this time, because in FS22 it was a little bit strange that sometimes it was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then when you went through to the next morning, the price was terrible again. You could really lose your window because you needed to wait till 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. It looks like Erlengrat's always a little bit more than everything else, so it would be worth hauling this off to the train station, which I know only too well. At least we're not going to be having it thrashed anywhere. Let's now use you. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Grab our never been used before trailer, which is really, I think, I'm not sure if this is going to be big enough. I think it is. Might be wishful thinking. I can't remember how big this is, or whether it can be extended, because we may have to extend it to XXL. Let's just have a look, because we may have to. Yeah, so we might. We may actually buy the Anderson, because we're still going to need to do bales. So to me, it seems quite sensible. But it does mean more debts. But then, as I said, really, We've got our canola to offset some, and obviously we have then a fourth field. So can we customize? We're going to have to ignore the fact that so it is what it is. It is exactly 19.6 cubic meters, and it's slightly damaged, but it is a trailer, so it'll do as it is. It will. It's got the odd dent in it, but it's not going to affect the functionality, shall we say. Let's just make sure there's no cars we're going to interrupt. So next session, our first step into arable farming. Also, yeah, we're going to have to crack on with doing our normal fields as well. So yeah, win-win. Yeah, let's leave this. It's a long field, so I think what I'm going to do... No, because then it's going to be difficult for me to get to our other fields. Yeah, so this is going to be... It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, we've still got to say... that's the first cut. This is going to be the second cut. If we're going to go all canola in September, means we're going to do one last cut like we normally would in September. And then we're going to rip the fields up. We may well have the selling of the bales be the thing that gets us out of debt, or nearly get us out of debt, because if we're going to buy the Anderson, which does make a certain amount of sense, if you're going to streamline your operation, that's about the only thing. I know we've been manually bale handling, but it really does speed things up. It does take me a long time to do that, and in real life, let's be honest, if you heard of a tool that's perfect for your job, you would talk nicely to the bank manager, and the bank manager knows we've got now 4 fields. Just trying to show that 4 fields, and she's also got a bit of damage. Of course, it has. Where unless we totally make a mess of things, as we haven't done so far, well, from the bank's point of view, they can't really lose, because they'd literally just have all of our land if we foreclosed and made a mess. But from our perspective, obviously, I know we can actually do this, so yeah, I'm well chuffed. So we've got all those bales. We're going to do another cut. If we've got the Anderson, if we can afford the Anderson, do we do it now? I know what I'm like. I'll probably forget or something stupid. Right, okay. Yeah, I hate doing this, but it is true. Sometimes you've got to roll with the blows a little. So it's 18,000. And then we need some worker wages. So I've got 115,000 loan. Yeah, we do. It'll have to have the damage that it's got at the minute, no matter what. So I've got worker wages. If we get hit with a leasing cost for the harvester, yeah, I might do it myself. But then I'm going to have to do like... I'm trying to think, we really need to minimise the costs of the workers. But it's true. You go between a rock and a hard place. So we'll do the workers. We'll get the... just trying to think about the bales on the edge. Didn't cause too much mayhem last time. I might actually do a run round old school of the headland, and then like let this one on this side take over, and while we do our old fields. And then obviously I'm gonna have to keep juggling with the harvester and the... I'm trying to think. It's quite a large field. I'm not sure if that's going to quite fit. If we have to dump it on the side of the field, we could take it up to the train silo. We could. It's true, we could actually, yeah, because we are going to sell it in the back end. So we could, if that gets filled and we're sort of short, leave it in the harvester quickly, run that up to the top. Yeah, that is a plan. I like my thinking. Sometimes I do actually have good ideas occasionally. Right, anyway, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this session. It's been a monster, but a very, very productive one. And we're heavily in debt. Yeah, when you consider, I mean, yeah, it is the equipment. That is one of those things I was talking about last session, which was deal of a lifetime. 66% off. You're paying a third for the Anderson. The Anderson's reasonable at 50 grand anyway, but at that sort of price, 18,000, it's phenomenal. It's just too good to miss. So sometimes you've got to go, hope we've not overextended. My gut tells me that we're going to be all right, but it's going to be messy. It is going to like get a little bit choppy. Again, we've got the generator too. We can't forget that. You can't rely on it because it could be 2 grand, and we've had a couple, 2 or 3 good months on the trot. You can't rely on that. It's not going to always be like that. But yeah, anyway, enough of this. We shall see what happens during the ensuing months to see how well we do. It is nice to be on hard economy though, even though I never thought I'd hear myself say those words, because it is realistic. This is the sort of price structure that farmers are facing. So, and we have our own problems like farmers. We do have twisters and disasters. It's not just twisters. We do have damage in the crops and things like that. I like it. If we talk about realism, obviously an awful lot of content creators and immersion and all the rest of it, but the elements of the game have got to match that. And I've got to be honest, Giants are fairly well getting us to, yeah, okay, there's no, the damage, it's not actually, there's no diseases and that, but I think there's enough damage now that it's realistic. So yeah, I'm happy with how far the steps have been gone, really. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.